Does anyone feel like the internet today is starting to feel like a factory that never shuts down? Every day there are like thousands of new apps, AI tools, newsletters, courses, agencies, personal brands, landing pages, AI advertisements, faceless content, and most of it is being made before anyone has established that a real person actually needs it. That's the strange part. It all looks legitimate now: a polished website, an app mockup, a logo, pricing, a wait list, social posts. You can make something look like a company almost instantly. But looking like a business and being useful to somebody are completely different things. And I'm not saying this as someone who's never built anything. I build apps. I've used AI to build faster, and it is addictive because you can have an idea in the night. By the next day, you can have a name, a logo, a landing page, working screens, maybe a subscription flow, an app store listing draft, and you can even have content to promote it. A few years ago, that would have taken weeks or months or money you didn't have, but now it can happen over a weekend. And when you finish it, you get that feeling, you get that high. I did something. I'm making progress. Maybe this is a business. But often you did not make progress. You just produced an object. Because before AI, there was more friction. You had to learn to code. Maybe you had to hire a few people. You had to wait for a designer. You had to spend money, make trade-offs. Building was painful enough that it forced a question early. Is this worth building? You might have spoken to customers because you did not want to spend 6 months building the wrong thing. You might test an idea with a simple web page because you could not afford to build the whole thing. That friction was frustrating, but it acted like a filter. A lot of weak ideas died before becoming polished garbage on the internet. But now the filter is gone. You can build first and ask whether anybody wants it later. And because it looks so good so quickly, it is easy to convince yourself that the demand must be there. And this is what I keep seeing: a huge headline, save 10 hours every week, a beautiful gradient, 3 floating screenshots, an AI generated founder headshot, join thousands of professionals line, a $19 a month plan, maybe a slick AI generated ad with cinematic lighting, and a person saying their life changed because of some app nobody has ever heard of. Everything is optimized to create the appearance that the thing deserves your attention. But where is the proof that anyone had the problem in the first place? Where is the proof that people came back after day one? And where is the proof that the product solves something better than doing nothing, using notes, or just using ChatGPT directly, or using an existing app? A lot of the time, there isn't any. It's one person, one prompt, a Stripe account, and a problem that may not exist. And this is the part that AI has made very dangerous. We are confusing "this can be built" with "this should exist." And those are not the same thing. You can build an app that summarizes your emails in a different tone. You can build another habit tracker app, another meal planner app, another AI journaling app, another tool that turns a PDF into something, another app that makes content for people who are also using AI to make content. The question is not whether you can build it. The question is, who wakes up with this problem? How painful is it? What do they do today? Why would they trust your product? Why would they pay? Why would they still need it or use it 3 months from now? And AI can't answer those questions for you. It can help you make the thing. It cannot create demand for the thing. Because AI made output so unbelievably cheap. Code is cheaper, design is cheaper, content is cheaper, ads are cheaper, even sounding intelligent is way cheaper now, because you can ask AI to write a confident LinkedIn post about something you barely understand. You can generate 10 versions of a landing page in an hour. You can make an ad without ever filming an ad. But attention is not cheap. Trust is not cheap. And taste is not cheap. And understanding what another human being actually cares about is never cheap. And distribution is not cheap. And this is why there are so many people building things and so few people getting real users. The barrier to making something fell through the floor. The barrier to making someone care did not. And this is the line I keep coming back to. AI did not make entrepreneurship easy. It made it easier to cosplay entrepreneurship. You can now do all the visible parts of being a founder. You can make the product, you can create the brand, you can post the launch, you can make the ad, you can set up the pricing page, talk about building in public. But the invisible parts, they're still brutally hard. Talking to people, hearing that your idea is bad, understanding why they don't use it, getting ignored, supporting your customers, fixing things that break, and learning what people will actually pay for. Doing that for months after the exciting launch day is over. The internet is full of people showing the exciting visible part because that part is now easy to manufacture. I've learned this the hard way. The act of shipping can feel productive even when it has nothing to do with building a business. You can spend a whole weekend building a good looking product and then realize you have no idea how to get one real person to use it. Or worse, people do use it and then they do not come back because the product was interesting but not necessary. Because this is not a problem that AI can solve. We've always built useless things. But AI lets us build useless things at a scale and speed that we've never had before. So instead of one bad idea dying quietly, it gets a landing page, an ad campaign, 50 AI posts, a product hunt launch, and a whole fake ecosystem built around it. Now, I'm not an AI doomer. I use it constantly. I think it's genuinely useful. It helps people build things who could not build before. Now, that part is great. But I think we need to be more suspicious of ideas that only exist because they were easy to make. If the best thing you can say about an app is, look, I built this in a weekend, that's not really a reason for anyone else to care. The world did not need it just because you were able to ship it fast. The internet does not need more stuff. It needs things that solve a real problem for a real person. It needs fewer AI-generated promises and more people willing to do the boring work of understanding what people actually need. Because AI is going to give us more apps and more ads and more content and more people pretending they have built a business. The scarce thing now is not the ability to make something. It is the judgment to know whether it is worth making at all. And I'll see you in the next one.